From the moment I saw your smiling face, I knew in my heart you were my saving grace. You're the sunshine on my darkest days. With you, I'm lost in an endless maze. Every touch, every kiss sets me free. In your arms is where I long to be. Together we'll face whatever comes our way. Forever and always we'll seize the day.
Oh, we're live.
We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Turn the Page. And co-hosting is Alley Cat, and you guys all know who she is. So I would like to do some readings for others out there who would like it, and Alley Cat can also join in. That'll be in a little bit, so hang on, stay with us. And you know, there's so much stuff going on out there, and it's almost Alley Cat. I want to say the stuff that they're going after. The last administration, sorry, my one dog, Rizzo, decides he wants to dig in the carpet. And so they're putting the hammer down. This is a whole different energy. Not that I want to talk about politics, but it's kind of exciting at the same time. It's like, it's about time, right? What's happening, do you think, with the energies out there, Alley Cat?
It's been calm. I've been checking the Schumann yesterday. I'll check it right now because I didn't get to. We're calm. We're calm, cool, chillaxed, healing energy. We're here. We're calm. No whites, just greens. I mean, we could say it's the calm before the storm.
Yeah. You know, there's different levels of it, and I've been hearing about it, you know, calm before the storm. So the darkest mystery right now, and we're going to kind of talk a little bit about that, is we have to help people understand how to unwind the people that are wrapped around the axles. That's the best way I could say it. I hope you guys can decode my messages to you. But before we do that, I want to say hello to P. Berry 921. He says, Knoxville, Tennessee, checking in on Rumble. Anybody out there have a Rumble rant? It doesn't matter whether you're on the YT or the Rumble. Let's see here. Avery 7199 says this song blows. I don't know what that means. And I don't see. All right, so you guys, you're going to have to help out little Grandma Moses here, because I don't know what is the terminologies these days. Like cool is hot and hot is cool. I don't know. But anyways, let's see here. All right, I think she's saying it's really good. Avery 7199 says she likes it very much. That's out on Rumble. So you guys give people, send the love over to Rumble, and Rumble, you send your love over to the YouTube people that are out there. And we've got a few of them out there. Lori's is our moderator for today out on YouTube, sending you lots of love to you guys. And we're going to talk a little bit about untangling their matrix mindset from the spokes of the wheels that the bus doesn't go round and round anymore. I think they're stuck.
Yeah. A little bit. Just as happy.
So Alley Cat's giving a shout out on Rumble right now. So if you guys see her looking down, she's communicating with you. Thank you so much, Alley Cat. So Alley Cat, you look really good, really, really good today. She looks very, very happy. And all of you that followed her on her channel last night, you'll know why. And if you want to know why, you have to jump on her channel. When are you on next, Alley?
On Friday.
Okay. There you go. Friday Lights. It's actually Friday night. Yeah. But there used to be a show out there called Friday Night Lights, and it was about the football teams that would play late at night. And but that's her show. She's giving you all the information on the light energy out there. So I am going to do some Akashic Tarot readings, and I don't need to. And this is the way that I operate. I don't need to know the question. All I need to see from whether you're out on Rumble is just the words pick me. I'll see your handle and then I'll read into energies, and please give me the feedback after I get done. If you say, menza, I'm okay with that. If you say you're right on, I'm good with that too. But let's get this started. So we have Ashmeyer. She says, cool and dry in the west of Ireland. So, all right. If that stuff is going to actually happen, what they're talking about out there, and I don't have any idea. I don't have connections to Jason Q like you do. So all that I can say is there's many distractions that are happening. Like the couple that got busted at the Coldplay. Was that a distraction? Even I got caught up in it. Boring. Yeah. So somebody's asking, where's Ernie? I don't know where Ernie is.
He dropped by last night during my craft and sip.
I've been waiting for him to come back on. I told him has an open invitation. See, this is John Russell saying, where's Ernie? He has an open invitation. So, maybe I should just send the link out to both you guys at the same time to the A team. Yeah. I could put that link out there now if he is even out there. I don't know. I love Arnie. I think he's a really cool guy. He's got some really cool energy, very, very spiritual, and so on and so forth. So, all right. Any words to the ones that they're going to get cracked open like an egg?
Breathe and have an open mind. I think the hardest problem and this is people that I know I grew up with on that other side. And it doesn't need to even, like, I have two cousins that are Republican that have no clue what's going on. All you get is CNN syndrome on the other side.
Okay, Arnie's out there. Hey, Arnie. People are asking about you. I want to throw the link out there. You're more than welcome. And I know that if you are doing something, just ignore the link. But I should have sent it to both of you guys. People are asking, Arnie. All right, let's see what we have here. John is saying, hey, everybody. I think he is a fan of Arnie's also. All right, let me just put the link out there for him. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, I don't want to leave the studio. I'll find it in a second. I wonder why I can't find. Do you have the link that you could send to him? Yeah. Oh, wait. Share your. Oh, that's a referral link. Maybe I have to just go out to an email. I guess once I'm in the studio, I can't get the link. That can't be true.
I'm emailing it to you now, Arnie.
Okay. Sorry, bud. My mind has been here, but hasn't been here. And I'm telling you, they'd say it's old age. You walk into the kitchen, you can't remember what you're going in there for. So I go in the kitchen. I'm like yapper with my husband. He's already in there. He's, cleaning or cooking or doing something. And I go in there specifically to get my lemon water, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm doing all this other stuff, and he's putting a roast in the crock pot, and I'm like, I got to throw some onions, some carrots, potatoes in there, because he's just going to throw a roast, and that'd be done with it. That's my guy. And so then I'm walking around, I'm doing things, I'm going, God, I'm so thirsty. I thought I poured my drink. And he goes, it's right here. He's like, you always walk in, you start something, and you walk away and you leave it. I don't know where my brain is. Anybody else experiencing that?
I think the brain fog is hitting a lot of people too, because we're recalibrating our energy right now. Like, we're trying to match what has been happening. And I think this time period, at least from the Schumann perspective, we are basically recalibrating our bodies, our minds, our wires, our circuitry is just like, okay, we got all these light codes. now to actually integrate it all.
I need to integrate it. So I know that, Arnie just happened to put something up there. And Arnie, you should check your email or text, however, Alley Cat sent it to you. You have a link. You're more than welcome to join. And if not, that's okay. We're all good. But I would, when I get, whenever there's a lot of chaos and stress in my life, it's almost like I go stupid. I really do. I go just stupid. And all I do is cry. I can't stop crying, and it's just the littlest things that are triggering me. Well, thank God I'm kind of through that. But can I tell you about the clairvoyant dream that I had? I guess that's the right word.
Yes.
You guys want to hear this? So, the big question is when we have to say goodbye to, I'm just going to talk about the pets. I'm not even going to talk about our human people. But when we have to say goodbye to our pets, they know. And I know that they know it's not a fun time, but they're hanging on just like we're hanging on, and they'll obey, as far as they can obey, all the way up to the last minute. So you guys, as you guys know, I think I might have talked about this. We're having a swimming pool built in December. All right, my dog is healthy as can be. She's a golden retriever, and I am so happy that we're going to be able to get her more exercise because, I felt guilty about that, not exercising her as much as I should have. So, so December comes around, the pool is done. We actually started it, I think, in September and finished it in December. Well, the water is ice cold. There was a freaking snowstorm last year. I think it was, I forgot, it's been 6 months, they said, and so January, right? So the water was extremely cold for months on end. So right before, we're ready to get into the water and start using it, she's not coming in. She's backing away. And I should have, figured that out, that she wasn't feeling well at that time, but I didn't. So I feel very, very guilty. And I'm telling you, Italian Jewish people, they know the guilt. They really do. And so I kept saying, come on, Bailey, we finally got the pool. Let's go swimming. I did put her in there with a life jacket at one time, and I moved her legs and got her swimming and stuff like that. But she never really swam like a dog would just jump in and go crazy and swim. All right, fast forward to my dream. She comes to me the day after she's gone. And I'm in this super deep sleep. And she's telepathically speaking to me. And she shows me the pool. Then I go out and I go through the doors. I look out and she's in the water. I says, Bailey, what are you doing? She says, look, Mom, I am swimming. It's almost as like if she were to take my biggest guilt, they still are healing us. They are still at that level and say, we're going to take this from you. So I see her swimming around. And I'm like, oh, my God, I am so happy you finally got to enjoy the pool. And then all of a sudden I realize, wait a second. You're not here anymore. And then, of course, I wake up. And that's what always happens is that I realize, right, it's kind of like I'm in between worlds at that time. But she gave me that message. That was her message to me to say, hey. And then as Alley Cat pointed out before we started, she said you needed that. That was your transition to help you get back in balance, really, Alley Cat.
Yeah. Yeah. When your pets can give you those kind of dreams and make you validate that, hey, I'm fine. Look at me. Hi. It is so healing to know that they transitioned and transcended to a better place, not in pain anymore, and probably on the way to becoming human.
Well, yes. And I'm hearing more and more and more of that.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the next stepping stone, because I truly believe that. So the other thing that I truly believe in, and this is not the way I wanted the show to go, but it never happens that way, is that they actually do come here, right? And I wrote I thought I was making up some of these stories where they actually have guides, and their guides will teach them to work with us, and their guides also will work with our guides. So an example would be, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm crying, right? And then all of a sudden she realizes, and she doesn't really understand why I'm crying. And then the guides would say to her, put your head on her lap, or, look at her at a soul level. It's stuff like that. And whether I was writing this all out, I was using AI to make up these stories, and I'm thinking, no, each one of these breeds, they don't have to be purebred. They have a mission to come here and do something. And then it's the cats too. I'm not just talking dogs. I'm more familiar with it, but I mean, how many of you have actually looked at your cat and said, "This is not a cat"? Who are you, right? Yeah.
My second density self. That's how, when witches call cats familiars, it's because they have a part of you in them. Animals come here to learn from us how to be human, and we're their teachers. And their guides and our guides kind of commingle, and like here, it's also teaching us unconditional love.
Oh.
That is huge for shifting.
So if all of us think about whether we're losing, when we're going through there's many different dimensions, or I don't want to say dimensions, processes that we go through. Is a person we're losing, a dog we're losing? It doesn't matter. We're losing something. And are we actually crying for ourselves at the same time that we're actually crying? Our soul is crying, is what I want to say, just not the tears. I don't know. There must be another word for it, but I can't think of it. But we know that the change is coming, and we're not ready for it. So I actually said to my husband afterwards, I said, Jesus Christ, my dog went so quick. I'm processing how to take care of her and mending her at the same time. And this is all happening all at the same time. I have to figure out how to heal her now, knowing that she's going to go, and then also realize that she's going quickly. And then I have to deal with that process of letting her go. I'm like, and I just looked at him. I said, this is too fucking much. I did the same thing with my mother. I mean, and then I hate to say this, but then there's that old guilt thing that comes in. Why the hell do we do this guilt thing? It's like our ego is taking over and saying we could have saved her life, or we could have played God. It's all of that. What do you think, Alley Cat?
I had the same problem with my mom. Like, shouldn't I have done the doctor thing differently? Should I have pushed her a little bit differently? But at the end, I transcended my mom. So like I literally sat there and took her soul and crossed her over. And all the messaging that I was getting is like, no, it's her time. Stop having guilt for something that you did not know in the time, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. Even with my cat, same thing. It wouldn't have mattered how much money, how many things I've done. It was their time. And when it's your time, that's a hard truth. That is a very hard thing to like come into yourself and go, oh. And it's going to happen for us too.
How much does that have to do with us, some of the people, some of the time? And I'm going to raise my hand on this one. I live in the past. And I never thought I did, because I always wanted to be, they always say, live in the now. You have to live in the now. But it's really hard. Then when you start getting closer, and this is just for people that are a little bit older, you start to think a little bit more about your life as you edge towards the ending of your life. And take, for example, Ozzy Osbourne. Let's talk about that guy. I open up my Facebook and Ozzy. Oh, yeah, it's done blowed up. And I'm seeing all this stuff, and I remember the only time I liked Ozzy, and I was not a metalhead. All my friends, high school, this is going back to when I was much younger, they all listened to that stuff. And, I just, I would mouth the words, I am Iron Man, just along with everybody else. And that's the only song that I knew. But that was pretty phenomenal what they did. They gave him his last concert right before he died. He sang, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Even if you weren't an Ozzy Osbourne fan, it just blew everybody's mind. The tribute to him, it was played out. And he wasn't a perfect guy. He wasn't the best guy. He wasn't the best citizen. He was us. It's okay. That's the end of that era. He was born in 1949. And we're starting to see a lot of people that are just basically starting to leave this planet right now from that time.
Yes.
So what I'm talking about is, if you could go on YouTube and see all these actors, singers, they all have Alzheimer's or dementia. There's something out there, and I want to talk to you about that too. Don't let me forget that, because why are they all getting this? So where I'm actually going with this is that when you get older, you tend to look back. But now that the person is actually gone, Ozzy is actually gone, we are actually reliving his whole life, right? We're honoring him by doing that. And we do that with our parents and our pets and stuff like that. But we can't stay there. We're missing out on the newer opportunities. And I think that's what keeps us young at heart.
Yeah.
But I'm going to throw it to you, because where I'm kind of going with this is that, you're very strong. You're still very young. You still are, in a particular phase in your life where you're reinventing yourself, so on and so forth. But these people that are older, you can't give up on this stuff. What did Ozzy do? He sat in that chair and he knew that he had Parkinson. He had multiple surgeries on his back, and all he wanted to do was fucking stand up. And he couldn't do that. And so it's our mind and our body, right? And then there's our soul. I'm kind of coming full circle with this. Our body will let us know that we're edging towards something that's not going to be of any use to us. And then our mind is still very strong. We're all trying to figure this out right now. We're all trying to balance all of this out. How strong is anybody's mind going to be when they find out how deceived that they have been through so many things? We already know it. We already went through that. We already know what we know. But anyways, I don't want to get too far off on this. Why do you think all these people are actually dying of Alzheimer's and dementia? This particular generation that's leaving.
They are solely aware in their soul state of what's going on, but they can't handle what's coming. And instead, they wrote in their contracts, knowing that they're transitioning out, that they rather not know. They already, we already know a lot of this stuff on a soul level. Bodily level, their body will not be able to handle the religion and being one of the bigger ones, the politics. You're sold into something and you're encoded like a computer, and to uncode that, how many softwares do you need to install? It's like going from AOL dial-up and now having to change to fiber optic cable. It was a nightmare for many people. It's the same concept with the older generation. If my mother was still alive and I told her my political views now, she would have been like, not you. Oh my gosh, I raised you better. They would have a complete meltdown. Meltdown, because everything that they know and they believed in is crashing. So they chose to come in and have this in their contract to forget and to zone out.
That's a good one. That's a good one, I think. Anybody else have any comments out there about it? And you could say it's the fluoride, it's this, it's that, but it's massive. I just saw a YouTube channel and the amount of people that have it, and Parkinson along with that too. I don't know what that's all about, but let's just find some cures for this stuff so the next few generations don't have to deal with it. There used to be a time where we kind of went to sleep and that was it. And I remember being a little kid and somebody saying, my grandma didn't wake up. And I'm like, why not? Just this little 5-year-old hearing that. And somebody else would say, my grandma didn't wake up, or my grandpa, they died in their sleep. And, that's the way that it should be. But in any case, moving on from death to life. And I want to say hi to Mary Jean G out there, and also Dakota out on Rumble. I haven't seen Dakota's name. She says, I'm so glad she caught this live show. And then we have Mary out there. I think she's from Spain. Says, hi, Janine and Alley Cat. Just watched today's video with Freya.
Oh, yeah. I did a video with my cat.
Aww. All right. So there you guys go. All right. So we're kind of talking about our pets and how they know what And it's so funny is because I know a lot of people understand it, and I think Arnie put out there, we're living past, present, and future all at the same time. I
Yes.
believe it more so now than ever before. So when I actually do some readings on you guys, and Alley Cat will pull a card for you also, it's what's happening right now, right? And so that's what we have. So things are changing so rapidly, like you said, and it's remarkable. Do you believe in reincarnation, Allie?
Yes. But I believe it in a different way. We are all up there and we choose our whole paradigm, and it's not the misconception a lot of people have is, oh, I was Jesus, or oh, I was that king, or that emulation of some superior being. Nothing is superior over you. And like in this life, I'm embodying a philosopher, an artist, obviously all the divinity that runs through me, but that's all of you have different little things that run through you to make you unique. They're all a compendium of essences up there that streamline into you, and that becomes you. It's not like you're, and there are children out there who will tell you, oh, my body's right there, or I experienced this. And then parents go back and find out, oh my God, my kid was that person. So there is a lot there. But I do
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. I mean, we can control as much as we want to control. Just like when I was trying to, give the comfort for the last few weeks or whatever, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this herb's really working, because all of a sudden she went from like not walking to being able to walk, to not. Then I just knew, okay, we're done. You're done. We're done. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you when I see you, right? And that's basically it. And so, the thing is, I'm going to kind of just throw this in. This is going to come out of left field here. I happen to be watching Tucker and what's his face do an interview, Kirk something or other, and bashing. Is that his name? The guy that used to go to all the colleges and try to sway tell the kids that they don't need to go to school.
What's his name?
Anyways, he got in there, and so I'm starting to see a pattern here of stuff. When I'm kind of jump back to the MK Ultra stuff here, of these big influencers, right? All that I can say is my gut tells me that they're all not on the up and up. And I've been saying that, but I've been slowly watching. And now all of a sudden Tucker got out and he just said, baby boomers are idiots. They're disgusting. He just really went into a rant on it. And I just thought, okay, where's this going? What did he do? And what are we going to find out? Because that's what it seems like. It's kind of like, when a kid does something really bad and he acting out. That's what I'm kind of seeing. And I'm also seeing this other guy do that. I saw Candace Owens do it. I just really think that they were being paid from the side they shouldn't be paid for. The pull us in. And now we have, on the other side of it, we have people coming out really strong on the current administration and what they're saying. I don't know if there's ever going to be an arrest. A lot of people don't believe it because nothing's ever really happened. I think what we're going to end up hearing is, people are, running out to Kenyon because he was never a United States citizen. He never was. So will he end up in Kenyon? Who knows? Is he already gone? Who knows? People are out on X are screaming, shut up, all you truthers out there telling everyone they're already been in Gitmo. Where's the proof? I mean, people are just, which is good. It's a good rant. It's perfect because we were told something. We were never seen the proof. People speculated. They were building things outside the White House saying those were the hangings back in the day that were happening. They don't just put people out in front of a White House and just hang people in the middle of the night. It's not done that way. Nobody questioned it, but we were all following like sheeples, and we're supposed to be the truthers that knew something that nobody else knew.
Do you see the deception I can't stand anymore? It's deception. It's not truth. I could go on Real Raw News and go look at all the lists at Gitmo. Does it really matter at this point? They're transcending like everybody else. No one, hell is an illusion, and they're going to have to answer to themselves when they go upstairs. I'm fine with that. But telling people for, what is it now, 6-7 years? Oh, wait for the EBS, wait for this, wait for that, wait for this. Oh, here, and then narrative swap. Oh, there's no files. This person's good, that person's evil. Oh.
So here we were being told about the matrix mindset, and the same time it was kind of like we were being pulled into another matrix mindset within a matrix mindset. Mm-hmm. People didn't even know they're being duped. You know what? That's when I got pissed and I realized I was being duped. And that's when I said, no more. I don't know who to trust. And I actually, what popped on my phone today was a picture with me and Jason Q and I think MJ from Utah, or from Las Vegas, that picked me up at the airport. And I loved it. It was a great picture. It just popped up and I thought, God, how many years ago was that we were in Vegas? And I'm trying to remember, was it 3, 4? Has it been longer than that? But 3. It was good. I mean, Jason looked really good. Is it 4?
3.
Let me tell you, my first time of actually meeting Jason in person, I don't know if he knew who I was, but I was so excited and so happy to see him. He came out of nowhere and just gave me this biggest hug, and I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, oh my God, it was, this is Jason Q, the guy that I watched on Charlie Ward and all this other stuff. He was just he is so happy when he's around a lot of people, just sharing the joy, and I'm looking at those pictures going, God, the whole time we had these big grins on our face, looking at those pictures. And I kind of miss that, but I can't stay there in that space because I know there has been so much that has happened from that. The MK Ultra to us, to everybody else, the people speculating, it got to the point where it was just, speculation, and then they tried to make it into truth. So here we are.
What is brainwashing? When you hear something enough, it becomes, for most people, fact. Oh, I'm hearing it from all these different people. That must mean it's for real. And that's the deception that's been played on the other side to their crowd. Well, I'm going to mention, this is going to kill grandma in the basement. And it happened to be said enough that people believed it. It's the same thing being done from that white light side. It's false light. And I'm not here to say that stuff isn't happening. I'm sure it is. We're seeing it. But in a way of a deception of not being authentic about it, and just saying, hey, that person was wearing a mask. Hey, that person already has been taken out a long time ago. But here's the proof, and here's what we have for you. Not some hearsay George Orwell 1984 nonsense. And I mean, it happens all the time. If you go and read articles, people can rewrite Wiki any day. You can go on Scribd and put your opinion piece in there, and anybody can read that as a fact. It's not fact. It's opinion. It's perception.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And see, the thing is that I think, how do I put this? The reason why they're hating the baby boomers so much, it was kind of like, do as I say, not as I do, right? And it was always, we were told what to do. Well, now we've got free thinkers out there, and we've got the whole different way of people handling information out there, and it's all changed. You can't blame. Once you start blaming a particular generation, you are still dividing. You are still doing what you shouldn't be doing. And so what you basically do is that you embrace it differently. It's kind of like, everyone is out there arguing that treason people should be hung, and, we need to see this and we need to see that and all this other stuff. Yes, we do, but will it actually happen? I don't know. Time will tell. But at the same time, what we need to do is just speak. Don't be afraid to speak your own mind. And if people don't agree with you, That's fine.
That's how we're going to learn how to go into unity consciousness. The way I perceive and feel, big right there, feeling reality is not going to be the same from anybody else because my two eyes are perceiving my reality and I'm feeling it a certain way. Everybody receives and feels their reality differently. Everybody's been programmed to an extent into something. And hey, 47 is a boomer. My parents were boomers. They were programmed with certain qualities, certain things that they were taught from that other generation that raised them. It's a perpetual cycle. If we're all here now, in the now moment, to break these cycles, rewiring the matrix to actually make it so that all of us have a voice, you might not like that side. Oh, they're evil, they're stupid, they're this. Well, you're separating yourselves from your other selves. We're all one. We're all energy and we're all tied together. So get over the fact that they might think differently from you, but that from their heart space, they really feel like, oh my God, he's horrible. Orange man bad. Okay, but that's what they're really feeling. So why are you taking it away from them? We feel the same way about the other guy. Impasse. That's why I like divine neutrality. I go into neutral. I look at both sides objectively, and I only take in what actually fits in my heart space. And if more people would do that and just be objective about it and not have a bias over one or the other, I think the world would be a whole different place. Because people are so passionate and obsessive in some points about a plan. It's God's plan. God's orchestrating all of this, sadly. But if we're all from source, it's all orchestrated by source. And the plan was written by all of us to have this experience. You got to attach the emotional states to things, because once you get so attached, you're going to start judging, attacking, feeling guilt and shame and everything outside of yourself. What are you doing to change your world and your reality? Are you still feeding that negative side? Are you still hating? You want wood chippers? You want people hung? So, but that's another aspect of you you're not playing, that you want hung. What did you learn from them?
More importantly, if you're wasting all your time on social media and in responding to what people are saying out there, it's a waste of energy, right? So, I mean, this is just me talking, and if I'm not in the right generation or giving the words out that you guys want to hear, but when did you start living? You know, is life always been okay? So I'm just going to, you know, be a troll or whatever it is. But, you know, if you were to, if that's what you want to do, like a big percentage of your life, and then when you look back at it and says, what is your legacy? We're all looking for a particular legacy. What do we do? Well, my family was the most important thing to me in my whole entire life. And I fucked up, but I try to make it right, you know, and those type of things, you know, it's, or whatever it might be. I'm not saying that's for me personally, but, you know, we all have things that we came here, like you say, came here to work on. And there's still time that we need to focus our energy in the right places at the right time, so we can look back and go, shit, yeah, I think I did it the best that I could have. You know, and then when you get there to meet your maker, whatever it is that you believe, you can say, okay, yeah, I mend my fences, right? I took away my karma, whatever it want to be. I guess, I don't know, do the young kids even think about karma anymore? Is that even a thing?
Sort of, but not really.
See what I mean? All right, tell me about it. What do they think about? Are they just in the survival mode?
Instant gratification. This is where a lot of us, like I'm an old soul, so I'm old school. People at my age bracket are already on AI, have 5 different freaking companies, and everybody's making bank. I'm here sitting writing checks, and as much as I'm on social media, I'm not swiping. I'm feeling. I'm looking. TikTok and a lot of these like Instagram shorts, it's great entertainment, but kids are just needing something to plug into to keep their brain stimulated. Too much dopamine going on. And kids have a hard time being bored. Kids have a hard time reading and comprehending books because everything is delivered to you and done for you. And I'm praying that we get back to these kids getting out into nature and learning and doing and being physical and not having a computer in their face all day.
Do you think they're ever going to get back to the energies of understanding nature and everything in here? Are they there? Or are they already there? And then it's there. They look at us and go, "All you boomers ever thought about was basically material things. You want a house, you want a car, you got to work hard for it. The same old narcissistic ways that you are." This is coming from Tucker Carlson, what he believed boomers are. And what do other generations? I really want to understand this because I don't get it. I don't get where their mindset is. Maybe you can help me out. You're much younger than me.
Like I said earlier, it's the programming that my parents were brought up into. They came out of the Cold War. They were coming out of World War II. The from where my parents' standpoint is, and my parents, my grandparents, all of them immigrated over in Ellis Island, and they had to start and work really hard. And all those values were instilled in both my parents. That's no one's fault. My grandparents only did what they could to provide for their kids and my aunts and uncles. And that's for everybody whose parents immigrated over here. That's all they know. That's the programming that, and the finer things in life. Life was different back in those times. Now everything is materialistic.
Look what Catherine Carter is actually saying here. Every day is a new day out in nature. As best I can, meeting people. Do other people really want to meet people, or they got the shit on their heads and in their ears and the whole virtual reality thing? I mean, to me, I think it's like people are lost in their own minds. I mean, instead of lost their mind, they're lost in their mind.
Yeah. It's a lot of people don't have the patience to go into the silence and appreciate what is actually being experienced in front of you. A lot of people can't sit in their backyards on the deck and look at nature and just go, wow, look how gorgeous this is. People are literally stuck in their loop of 9 to 5 jobs. Like, oh, I have my kids, I have this, I have that, I have this. And they don't have the time to step out and just and be one with themselves. And we're showing the kids, and it's no one's fault. My generation, most people are working 2 to 3 jobs, and all the kids are in daycare.
That's all going to change, though. And I know it's easy to say that, and we say, "Oh, don't give up. It's not hopium." So far, it's been hopium. It really has. And the reality of it is that people are taking day to day, one day at a time. Whatever the damn slogan, or whatever then they used to have bumper stickers that said this shit. People used to actually put them on the back of their cars. But I won't go there because I'm a boomer. All right, so what I heard that the last generation are called Zoomers, which cracks me up. If there's a Zoomer out there listening to me now, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to join me and Alley Cat one day because I want to see, what it is that you're thinking about. I don't even know how old these people are. P. Berry out there says 921. It's P. Berry. This is they don't have time to look away from their phones. If it ain't on the phone, it ain't real. Ooh, boom chakalaka. Hold on. All right, B. Perry, if you want a reading, you're going to get one. Just put it out there. We're going to be moving into the readings here. Are you ready, Ellie Kit? You have your cards for the people?
I got my spread.
There you go. All right, so Decoder has a statement out on Rumble. The rant is, every time I'm out, someone always starts a conversation with me. Drives my husband crazy. And she puts LOL. I must have good energy. Yeah, there are people who just want to be to themselves. Yeah.
I'm one of those people that try to conversate with people in public. I always make comments. When somebody makes a comment out of nowhere, I'll just be in the line. I'm like, yeah, no, I agree with you. And then we strike up conversations. It's great. I'm one of those annoying people in the supermarket.
All right. So P. Berry 921 says the boomer has spoken. I don't need a reading. Thanks anyways. Well, you're more than welcome. So we're going to start this. Anybody out there that would care for one today? If we don't see one, we'll continue our conversation. And let's see here. We have, I'm going to call her CC. She's basically saying hello to everyone out there. So the way that this works is I'm just going to pull a few cards, 3 cards, and you don't see the cards, but I'm getting my intuition off of the cards about you and your name that you have in the chat. And Ellie, how do you do yours? Let's talk about that.
I just tap into the field and pull.
All right.
Ask upstairs, what do they need to hear today?
She's pushing and she's pulling. So the energy is bilateral, if you will. All right. So if anybody out there out on Rumble, it's a little bit delayed than YouTube, and we're going to take our time with this here. Anybody that might just say, what the heck is going on right now? Or, you know, you got to come up with some sort of the intention behind this is that you are providing the question in the ethers and we're grabbing it. That's all that this is. It's so simple. And if you don't understand how that works, we'll teach you. Alley Cat has future classes coming up, so stay tuned for that in the near future. All right, Lori is saying, what is this here? Wait. I got to get right up there. All right, what does this say? Allison, certificate, introduction to art therapy. There you go. You.
Got one done. Now spiritual coaching.
All right, so Lori's is out there, our moderator. Please be kind to her, everybody. Say hello, send her love. Chipper and chatter, yes, love that. All right, love you ladies, says TCTME. How are you, TCTME? If you would like a reading, just let us know. And if you want it from both of us, because this is how we're doing it. I do it, and then, where'd I go? Okay, so we'll both give you our input on this, and hopefully that'll help you out. Ashmeyer says, woo, woo, Allie, well done today. All right, let's see what we have here. You read one for me, the last one. Thanks, AO. All right, so also, too, is that when I actually, because it is the Akashic energy that I'm pulling in, and you're agreeing to this by saying I do, that's almost like you're giving me permission to do that. So I don't want you to think that I'm not getting the permission. That is you giving me the permission. And I have to follow that. That's just who I am as long as Belly Cat is doing that also too. Mm-hmm. All right. So
any question?
What is this? What do you think, Ellie? Anything, right?
Anything.
Yeah, so her name is, I go by Mary because I can't pronounce that. It's too many vowels. And, you know, A-E-I-O-U. Is the reading more personal questions or political ones too? You can ask political. We'll give it to you our way. All right, so anybody out there, if you do have a political question, ask it. I mean, sometimes the people don't even want to go there because they know I go deep with the personal stuff, and I probably go way too deep. I'm kind of shaking the soul, shaking the spirit. Let's see here. Hello, everybody. Caught one finally. What a great day to be alive. This is is that Be Ladybug? Be Ladybug. I'm going to have to get my glasses on here. Let's see here. I'm watching Rumble. I see it. There's no one out there yet. Boy, fingerprints all over this. Let's see. We don't have anyone yet. So what else do you want to talk about? It's your topic here until we get somebody.
Oh, I am watching JQ's Kitties. They are going on a camping trip. It's like there's like a Patriot meetup in Missouri somewhere, and I get to watch all the kitties.
Oh, that's what that question is. Are you two going on the camping trip this weekend? Who's holding that? Do you know?
Josh Reed and his crew. Yeah, I think Bruce Poppy's going to be there and a few other people. But no, I get to watch cats.
Scott is such a good player. He likes to play along with us. All right, let's see here. All you got to do is say you can read for me or pick a card, any card, nothing but a card, and we'll see what you get. Go ahead. Go with Scott.
The Tree of Wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish has now come true. And I got that the last time for you, Scott. What are you wishing for? Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. And then we have a light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over every dark doorway. Yes. Pull these cards.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was out there. I can bookmark these. I can star them. So if you look over at the chat there, Alley Cat, if you click on starred, those are the readings as I see them. Just make sure I don't forget any of them because my brain is, I don't know what the hell is going on with my brain. All right. So the first one is Scott. I'm going to pull some information on him and see what I get. Scott Pace. If you want a question, please ask a question. If you think that I want to know about the financial silver, that's what I want to know about. Well,
I have the
ask.
universal deck for that.
Oh, all right. Okay, Scott Pace, I'm actually getting. All right, so it's the keys. Let me kind of explain a little bit about the information that I get to you guys, and so it makes sense to you. A lot of times I see the things will come across like roses or your relationships, right? The children, any type of a relationship across the board. And then there's things that are key, things that I say are very valid to your heart. And, you know, I keep seeing, I think I saw this the last time. Scott, do you have a particular female involved in your life that is very near and dear to you? Because this popped up the last time also. But it's almost like whether it's, I'm just going to say it out there. So someone is very, very special to you. It's a female.
Sorry.
Let's see.
That was my phone acting up. Mercury retrograde.
Okay. All right, so that's what I'm getting for Scott is that it's this very powerful woman. Let me just put it that way, and it's got something to do around planting the new seeds, planting something. Whether it's grandchildren, it doesn't matter what it is. It's something moving forward with whole new, young, vibrant energy. But the problem is, it's like you haven't found your muse, right? Your muse is kind of like sitting out there, kind of stagnant. So that's what I got on you for now, Scott. Let us know how you've done. So the numbers that are actually coming through for him is a 1 and a 5. So I'm not quite sure what that means for him. 15, the number 15. And the muse. So there you go, Scott. What else do we have? Go for it, Allie.
Protect and shelter. Let only those you trust in.
Who's this for?
Scott.
Who's this for? Okay.
And then power of love. Share your love. And that could be unconditional. It could be in any way.
Okay, So I'm going to start off a couple more out here. And the first one that I can see, I'm trying to check Rumble so I don't miss anybody. All right, so let's see here. Okay, I see Dakota. They're talking about the mosquitoes. All right, so I don't see anybody out on Rumble. So here we go. The next one that I'm going to do is go off to the star, and it's Barbara Marks. Barbara Marks, please, for me. All right, go for it, Allie.
Okay. Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go to clear your mind. A new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. And feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You're not alone. So I was talking about this a little bit just to make this make sense. When you have an intention and you have something really specific that you want to manifest, not all the time will your expectation manifest in the way that you had pictured it. And the idea of, okay, I want something like, either financial, I want something to come into my life. Have it, put it in an energy bowl and just release it and let it go and don't think about it, because the universe you wrote a letter to the universe and here's what I want. And every time we want something, we throw it out, the universe is going to come back with it. But if you keep changing your recipe and keep going, oh, but wait, it's never going to come the way you want. So you have to formulate a new strategy in order to get what you desire and do it from the heart space. And I'm going to pull from here. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm okay, removing you there. All right, so this is who is this for? Shoot.
Barbara Marks.
Barbara Marks. Okay, I see it up on there. So Barbara, I'm actually seeing somebody that is a very the energies is very strong. Okay, and it's almost a very positive male energy. All right, and I'm just gonna kind of say this is it's coming from a perspective of whether or not you trust the energies. Let's just leave it at that. But and the reason why I'm saying that, because it's in the shadow. It's in the shadow right now. So you'll figure it out. You're going to get there. But you really are working with manifesting this person. You manifest it. You put it out into the Akashic field. Okay. So this is what you got coming to you. And it's a very spiritual endeavor. That's about all I would say. I mean, your will, your wisdom, and your mind, and all there, it just looks very beautiful. It's beautiful reading, actually. So I'm not quite sure what your thoughts were behind it, but that's what I'm actually seeing here. So just trust yourself and enjoy. That's what I have to say. What is this?
It says, let go, adapt, and flow with ease. And then we have face forward, you will find a way. So I think once whatever it is that you are trying to bring in, you let it go and you just keep going, it's going to come and hit you. Right.
I'm not doing the chakra cards today. I'll do those like once a week, but the next one moving on is please read for me. It's I think it says be Ladybug 777, and go for it, Allie. She says she's never had a reading. Ooh, let's give it to her. So again, if you would, while she's going through the cards there, just think of something, whatever your intentions are, and we're going to base it off of the name that you have in the chat. And you don't have to even tell us what the question is. What do you got?
You cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiantly within you.
Oh,
It
that's beautiful.
looks awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You are unique. Be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. And then flames of desire, let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm going to pull from this deck. You can go.
Okay. So what I'm actually seeing for Be Ladybug 777, a very spiritual individual. And again, she pulls from a lot of good resources of energy, of guides. The only thing that I could say right now is please stay with your wisdom and your trust. And your mind. It's so interesting. You know, when we were talking earlier about this, we said people are in their mind or they're out of their mind. And a lot of times when they're trying to tap into their spiritual side of things, they are either in their, trying to get aligned with their spiritual self, connecting to their higher self without their mind. But what I want to say for Be Ladybug 777 is you're close. If you could figure out how to pull in all the elements that you need to do this from the heart chakra, don't forget the heart chakra. Maybe that is what the message is there. But I also think that you do tap into the energies, the initiations of the energies of Saint Germain. Please continue to do that because you've got a role here in this lifetime. And then also, too, is that maybe you do want to try to understand the Akashic Library and creating records. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, it looks like your record isn't created just yet, but you're going to get there. And so if you have any other questions or anything else like that, you could reach out to me and ask me more about it. But that's what I have for Be Ladybug. What else you got?
Caring connection, care for your own needs. And then we have face forward, you will find a way again.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, so whatever she was actually thinking there, Be Ladybug, you're on the right track. You're close. You're getting there. Just give it a little time. Be kind to yourself with this. We do have somebody out on Rumble, is Lady Piper, that would like one, and we're going to get to her really soon, along with TCTME. And she asked a specific question. So let me just get through Ashmeyer. Did Ashmeyer want one? She says, can I have one for me? Okay, there we go. So we're going to do Ashmeyer. Go for it. Alley Cat. I need a bigger desk.
I have an L-shaped desk.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we have out here. So Ellie's going to go first. I'm going to put her in a solo. There you go.
Okay, nature is calling you and wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. I mean, that only makes sense. You live in Ireland. You live in fairyland. I love it. Lost in the ruins of the past, find the way to the present moment and live. And then we have the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of truth is opening up.
I saw Ronnie is out there. Hello, Ronnie. Just want to say that. Go ahead.
And then we have soothe the fire, calm the heat in your life. And own it. Be aware of how you express your fear.
All right. Let's just do this. They're asking me to cut the deck for her, which I don't normally do. So I'm going to come back. And she must be a very interesting soul here.
Yes,
but she's got a lot of things in the shadow right now from what I'm seeing here. Wait, let me just do one other thing. Hold on. Is it pronounced Ashmeyer?
Yeah.
Trying to get the vibration right. All right, hold on. Yeah, they asked me to cut the deck. I don't ever cut the deck. I just kind of. All right, let's see what we get here. Okay, so I mentioned earlier she's got very she's, how do I put this here? She's out there looking, she's seeking, she's trying, she's observing from afar, and she just wants to get closer to whatever it is that she's after, whether it's spiritual, material things, but it's almost like she's her own king of her own castle. She holds everything. It's a very strong energy.
Yes.
Okay, it's almost as if you could tell her, you basically explain something to her and she's going to come back with her own opinion on something. That's what we're all trying to get. So you are a good role model for that. And I think a lot of things are going to be changing for her late summer. And it's so interesting whenever I see the five of the forces of these particular energies. She loves the summer, and something's going to change for her this winter, though, where those energies are coming in. And she's definitely on the verge of giving birth to something very new. So good luck to you on that. And, keep doing whatever it is that you are doing, Ashmeyer. My hat's off to you. I love the energy. I just love the energies of this. First time that I was actually picking them, I was seeing things that I don't know if she changed her mind when we were talking, if something came up, or that's what I'm picking up on her. So let me just pull the other three.
She's saying spot on, Janine.
She's saying that?
Uh-huh.
All right, good. So the other thing, too, is she's kind of like the last reader that I read. There's an energy of a male, very strong within her. It's almost as if, she had these animals around her to protect her. So those are, to me, I take it as she's very, very protected. Guides, right? You try to shoot an arrow at her and it deflects off, for something, and all of a sudden it's kind of like when Trump turned his head and he got shot in the air, right? It's almost like that with her. But okay, so the one thing is that she's got to be very careful about accessing some certain energies. Okay, that's all that I'll say with her. I think she knows what that means. And she's just preparing herself. She is really preparing herself. And I see a lot of children around this. So I'm not quite sure what this is entailed with. It could be something for the near future. But, when you talk about like Buddha prepares, that's her. And if it's the young minds, please continue doing what you're doing, Ashmeyer, because they're going to need it. All right, that's what I have. What else do you have?
That's it.
All right, let's move on to, there was all of them in the start over there. So we now have Rumble. So Lady Piper is out there. Lady Piper, I think her name is Trish. So she provided her name is Trish. If you want to tap into that one, go for it. And then we'll get to TCTME. Okay, before you get into that, I just want to read some of the comments that I'm getting. First of all, Ronnie is sending love. Thank you, Ronnie. Sending love back to you and to everybody here today. And then B Lady Bug 77 says, now I'm crying. Thank you so much for the reading. What a good day to be alive. The universe is talking. Much love to both of you. I've always been interested in the library, as you have stated. So don't give up on that. You're on your way. If it's there, it's present, you're doing the right thing. All right. So what else do we have here? Go for it. This is for Trish.
Yes, for Trisha. Flames of desire, let them shine out in radiant light and shun the dark paths. You have, it's time for a change. Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. We also have trust. All you need is provided. And make changes. Do all you can to be all you are.
There you go. All right. So what we have for Trish is that how else can I say this to you, Trish? You are on track. Stop thinking that you're not on track. You're getting ahead of yourself. It's almost sometimes we say people get out of your own way, right? And so you are on track. So if the train is delayed a little bit, it's supposed to be delayed. Okay, there are other things that you're not noticing that are very symbolic to whatever is part of your journey. Let's just go there. Please tap into Archangel Raphael is coming in big time. So as we talked about earlier, someone can pull a lot of the energy from their crown chakra, be attached. Their mind might be in the way, the monkey thoughts, but with Trish a little bit, trust your heart more than what you're actually trusting. I can't talk. Too much of the lemon water. Okay, just trust your heart, Trish. All right. So the last thing that I want to say to you, which is in the shadow, which just basically means that you're wanting to access this particular thing. Stop getting overwhelmed. What is it that you're overwhelmed with, right? You've got all the treasures that you need. You've got everything that you need. And if you take the time to slow it down a little bit, you will see that it's all right there. So I think we talked about this where the mind, the heart, and the spiritual connection. I don't know how else to do that. Maybe Alley Cat. I'm sensing Alley Cat might have a solution for you on this one. What do you got, Alley?
Definitely take some breaths, go into nature, ground, and slow down. Because all the cards that I pulled is basically changes are incoming, and it's up to you to know how to change. But if that's where your blockage is and where you're stuck, seriously, doing the smallest little tweaks in your day, like brushing your teeth at a different time. I'm just giving that as a scenario. Or instead of making coffee first thing, why don't you do gratitude in the morning? Like if you wake up and you're not meditating or you're not giving your gratitude, Thanksgiving, try doing little tweaks during your day. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling? And just breathe. Because I feel the same way. Like I have all this stuff and I'm like, okay, I have to slow down because I have a bigger picture that will reveal itself when the time is right. And I feel the same energy coming off of her.
Beautiful. How did I know you were going to have the answers to that one? All right. So, all right. I want to get back to TCME. She's the next one in line out on Rumble. I need a moderator out there on Rumble. But so Mary, I never saw her question. Did you see her political question?
No.
Mary, put it out there again. We'll be glad to ask it. And I can also do. What does she say here? Would you take a reading? Take a reading for me. Would do a reading for her. Okay. So she's going to be after TCTME. Lady Piper says, that's incredible. Raphael is one of my spirit guys. Well, Raphael is knocking on your door and you're not answering. So please tap into the energy of Raphael. Find a picture, find a photo. Think it, thunk it, do it. All right, so the next one is TCTME. Beautiful soul, by the way. Go for it, Alley Cat.
So we have release your creative energies, make use of them in your life. So you're working probably on something creative. Let it go. Just live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. A lot of people are getting these. Feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone. So it's really tapping in to your inner innocence, your inner childhood, and bringing that out and living that life in an innocent way. Power of love. Share your love. Share your creations, and then care and connection. Care for your own needs. A lot of the same stuff is pulling.
So if we're tapping into the consciousness, the I don't know what you call it, the global consciousness of everybody right now, is that we're all being, and the reason why that these things are all familiar, and is almost sounding like it's a repeat for the next person, is, you know how that works. We travel in groups, and it's almost it's a group consciousness that we really need to come out and be our true selves. So if you want to be an asshole, be an asshole. If you want to be someone who's very loving and caring and loves nature, then do that. No matter what, you're going to get there. But just be who you are. And the reason why I'm saying that is that we're kind of bringing this, always tying it back around to MK Ultra. So you go in, and I can say this personally for myself. I'm not saying this about anybody out there. You go into the corporate world to work. You're supposed to comply to the rules of how everybody behaves in there. Well, guess who got fired more times than they were hired? And you're looking at yours truly, because I cared so much about people. I cared about the work that I was doing. I just wanted to be myself. If I was catty chatty, I couldn't do that, right? If I wanted to be in a fun, loving spirit, couldn't do that. I needed to be heads down, in my cube, just doing work all day. Well, you know what? That's not going to work anymore for anybody. So what's actually going to work is, if you want to be flighty nighty all day long, then that's who you are. If you want to be whatever it is that your soul drives you, continue to do that. Nobody is going to be able to judge anybody after what's coming. That's all that I could say. Who's next? Oh, who are we doing? I'm sorry, I lost.
Melisandre, and that was the political one.
Oh, Melisandre. That's how you say it. All right, she says, what will happen with our president and his friends and family in the near future? Let me see if I can get something. I don't know who is the president of Spain.
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need to know, but maybe, I think the guy actually went and met with Trump in the White House about a month or two ago. Skinny little dude. I think that was him. Let's see what we get here. I'm picturing him, so they're sending me that thought. All right, so this is for the political question, and what I'm actually seeing here is for the near future is, wow. All right, so just hang in there. There's a lot more that is going to be coming out about their relationships and the children in Spain. So there's just more messages that you guys are going to be receiving. You're not quite ready to get what you need to get. Nobody is. Once you get there, never-ending story. Yeah. So these never-ending stories will come out like forever and ever, right? We're going to hear a piece here. We're going to hear a piece there. It's happening in every country. TikTok, time is of essence, is what she says. So I guess the best way to look at it is, the more spiritual that you guys become in your country there, the more that you take things in on a more conscious level, the more the information that you'll be able to accept, the more of the information. So, and also too is, I don't know how do I put this? That you definitely, I wish Arnie was on here, because Arnie can really talk about Saint Germain from a global perspective. And that's what I'm actually getting here, is that everyone is going to come together, kind of like everyone is gathering, and Saint Germain was able to pull groups together. You guys are all going to come together eventually. But let me just see one more. There's going to be, I got to show this card. It's dark times before it gets light.
Yep.
All right, so that's that. I couldn't really say that, and there you guys go. So she also wants a personal reading. Do you want to do that one for her?
Sure.
This is I call her Mary. How are you on time, Allie?
Fine.
Okay.
How are you on time?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. A partnership for the new age. It is time to welcome it.
Ooh, Mary, you're going to be moving into a relationship, right?
And if you're happily married, I don't like to assume, it could be a career, it could be a friendship, like A partnership doesn't need to be romantic all the time. Cross the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotions. And then we have time is right. Seize the day and make progress on your soul path.
Yeah.
So I really think that the changes that are happening, and many of us are shifting and aligning with the new energies, like things are starting to happen. So look out for those signs.
Okay, I just want to, are you done?
Mhm.
I just want to read some of the things that are happening out on Rumble because I can't show them, unfortunately, but I can read them to you. Lady Piper says, that's incredible. Raphael is one of my spirit guides. She says, thank you both very much. TCTME, it says she started drawing, and Ellie, you are so right. She also says traveling and laughing often, and continues on to says, I feel everyone love is all goodness. Lady Piper is also saying that she had a bad injury that has taken her career right now. Healing is what she needs from Raphael. I will meditate more, and I appreciate your help. So usually when something happens to our body physically, it's just a message, and you have to really get that yourself.
It's a redirection. It's asking you to take a step back from what did not work. An injury is a place for you to take a step back and to really see a bigger picture. And as you're healing and learning more about yourself, it gives you the time to look at other avenues or strategies to push into a new direction.
Yeah, so here we go with Mary's second part from me on a personal thing. Let's see what she asked for, something personal. Just think of what it might be that you want, Mary, and I will pull those in reference to it. So she really does want to, she really wants to, she really wants to, I'm only laughing because I'm just getting a picture of it. So what's in the shadow side right now is if you do want to rebirth something right now, Mary, you would need to be clear with, it's almost, if I want to say, clear with yourself. Okay, it's not clear and telling people outside of yourself anything. It's almost as if I want to say, you're like I feel this, I hope this isn't going to sound bad. You're like a kid in a candy store, right? There's so many choices out there that you can choose, but you only get one piece of candy. Okay, because that's all I can afford, and that's all your soul can afford right now. Because if you do the one thing and follow through with it, you'll be able to have as much as you want. But you have to get prepared. You have to start somewhere, and whatever that is between you and your Creator. All right, so you can do this, is what I'm saying to you, Mary. But don't worry about how long it's going to take, and I think that's part of the problem. Is that you kind of jump off of things because you're still working in a time is of essence, and it's a bunch of bullshit. So just start one thing and let us know what that might be for one of our next shows or upcoming shows. And I think I think that's it for now. All right, so we don't spend a lot of time on this because we are doing these for you guys for free. But I don't see if anybody else out there wants something. She has this one here. Excuse me, B Ladybug has got such a loving soul that you're going to learn how to channel what you need to. You're going to become much stronger. That's all that I could say. Just reading it, I'm just seeing that, it's kind of like a child that grows up and thinks that everything is just wonderful and peaches and cream and unicorns and stuff like that until they throw them into school, right? Then they find out there's bratty kids and there's snotty kids and there's kids that are bullying you. And, B Ladybug is still kind of riding that innocent essence of life and has seen it all. and as you've taken a step back, but all I could say is that you're going to see a lot of changes. And please, maybe start journaling about that. Maybe just start with taking note of it and creating something beautiful, taking your passion and putting it into a creativity. Okay, she says, okay, thank you, Janine. And making pendants. Oh, yeah, as I recall, you do that, but don't know where I could sell them. That doesn't matter. Well, I don't know. Ellie can't take it away.
So I do everything privately because these website, these stores that you can do things on online, it costs an arm and a leg to set that stuff up. I just made a portfolio on a website, and here it is. And if you're interested in anything, please go to my email and let's talk. You could do it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. These are free things and resources, and you just have to set up a payment, what you need to get your payments, and just plug it out there. Have people model it. Have people take pictures of people and just have a page. You could do it on Facebook. As evil as everybody claims these social medias are, you'd be surprised how many people actually look. And that's a really good way of just putting yourself out there without cost-effective stuff. Just email. Hey, if you're interested, you're going to take the time to invest.
Beautiful. It's so interesting that you say that. So we're down here in a really small town, coming from a really big city, that we knew, it's amazing that we knew where everything was at. But you go to a small town, and then there's a bunch of smaller towns outside of that. We're just looking for a bakery. We just want to know, can anybody here make really good bread or cookies or pastries? We're so used to what you can find in the bigger cities. And so my husband actually finds one that's, I think it's a couple towns over from us. And also sourdough bread is really important. We love to eat sourdough bread. And a lot of places do that, but these bakery type of mom and pop shops don't stay open long. So my husband's on Facebook, and boom, he's like, hey, something just opened up. And we're constantly looking. We'll go into this. I'm not even kidding when I say this. So when we type in either like a place that has pastries or donuts, what I'm kind of used to, and you also coming from the big city, you know what that's like. You could smell the places down the road, right? So everyone puts out down here, and it's no offense to anyone that lives down here. It's a place called Lickin' Donuts. Lickin' Donuts. And so me and Paul say, all right, let's just kind of put the name aside. Let's go check it out. And I walked into that place, and I just said, this is not what I would call like a bakery or anything like that. So he runs out today on Facebook. You're talking about advertising on Facebook. These people just opened up, and they are selling sourdough, different varieties of sourdough bread. Some of them are even selling the starter, which is perfect because my husband and I don't know how to do that. And so we're just like, we get so excited when we find something, and it was on a social media site. And these people are the ones that usually sell their stuff at farmers market, and all of a sudden can now open up a shop or do something. I'm telling you, if you have a little bit of money and you want to do something, follow your dreams, come down to the South, come all the way down to the South. And especially where I'm at, there's a lot of towns that are popping up, and people are following their dreams. But you got to start somewhere.
Vending events is really where I get my voice out there. So even going in on with somebody and splitting up a table, let's just say you have like 25 pendants, you get your little display, and maybe someone can help you if you don't have the affordability to have your own table, because sometimes those are really expensive. I know around here it is, but a lot of vending things are in the Midwest. Ask somebody, hey, if I give you a little bit of money, could you, put my stuff up on your table? People will probably say, yeah, sure. Depends on if you're vibing with them, but that's another really nice way to get yourself out there slowly if you don't have the affordability for the bigger stuff.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know what you do, but like she said, go to these little places that people rent tables for $200 and they put their arts and crafts, and you can just go up to them and say, hey, split the cost with them and say, I want to put my stuff out there. You never know. It's not who you know. Excuse me. It's not what you know. It's who you know. But you got to get your product out there somehow. Start anywhere. We have a bunch of tiny little fairs out here that are popping up all the time. And I was going to sell all my pyramids and stuff like that there, but I don't know. Its timing wasn't right. So there you go. All right, we're on to Cheryl R. She says, "Can you read me?" We can. Do you want us to?
I already pulled for her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Release your creative energies. Make use of them in your life.
Let me come in there. Hold on a second. Okay.
We have crossed the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotions. Yeah, things don't want to hold in my hand today. Mercury retrograde. And then we have tear down the walls around your heart. Give and receive security and warmth. We have forgiveness. Be careful of emotional eruptions. And then full potential. Achieve what you desire. And, for myself, me being creative and stepping out of my comfort zone is doing paint and sips live and crafts live. But just the act of doing something different will help you. It doesn't need to be, anything big. Like, I'm going to hook latch a pillow. Like, it could be anything. Get creative. I think once people get into their creative energy a lot and you focus in on it and you start meditating, like, a lot of things start opening up for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of good information that people are out there in the chat, out in YouTube, helping her out with a lot of different ideas. Take note of that, Mary. But you gotta get started here. I'm telling you, it's kind of like, I'm not on screen, am I? It's kind of like we're doing the readings for you. We're just igniting the spark in you, and it's up to you to take the torch and run with it. This is just a relay race that we've got going on, and a lot of people want to get to the finish. But just know that just enjoy the journey is where I'm kind of saying. And it's not the destination; it's the journey, right? All right. So this is Cheryl R. I'm actually getting some information on her right now as we're speaking. Let's see here. Let's see what they want me to share. So, okay, Cheryl, you're kind of this is interesting. Times have been really tough for a lot of people. Let me just put it that way. Cheryl, you're a beautiful soul, and you have stood the time. You've done a lot of work, working with yourself, working with others. It's been tough, but I think you're on the flip side of that. If I could say that, you're moving away from a lot of that. Your relationships and things that you hold near and dear to your heart are more on the positive side of things right now. And, it's the same old thing that everybody seems to think that, the spiritual world and the earth world and whatever world, there's separation. There's no separation. We're in the world, but not of the world. Just basically means that we can be spiritual and still be, grounded on planet Earth. And that's what and I think Cheryl understands it. She knows that. And actually, if there's something with some other family members that are coming up here for her in this next journey, and I just want to see what that is. So if you would access Archangel Michael in helping you with this next phase that you're actually going through, Cheryl, I think everything will be a lot easier for you. Bella, that's your daddy. And and also the healing is will begin. So it's almost as if I want to say this to you is that we're not alone. We can ask for help. And you're a very passionate and strong woman that it's I think you're at that point in your life that you can call on the divine physicians to help you at this time. That's all I got. Anybody else out on Rumble? I'm not seeing anything else out on Rumble happening out there. And just let us know how we did. If you want more extended reading, you could always contact Alley Cat and just send her an email. I think I still got your email out here, Alley. I don't. I prefer. Here we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Cheryl, I used to be that person too. I never wanted to ask for help. And you know what? Universe really put me through that ringer, and I had to put my pride down because I'm an independent, roaring Aries, hyper independent. I don't need anybody. I can do it myself until you can't.
Well, it's funny that you say that because the first thing that actually came up was the ego, and I saw the ego, but it was upside down. And I asked them to work with me. That's why I was kind of, whenever I pause and hesitate, I can't have Tourette's doing this. Just because my personality has changed so much over the years. Before, I just be real fast getting the information. Now it's just like I'm ingraining a lot of the compassion from their heart and my heart and making that connection so that they hear me. That's all that I want them to do, is to hear what I'm actually saying. And so when I saw the ego was upside down, I said, okay, she's worked through a lot of this. And so why do we have an ego? Why does an ego drive us? Is because it's there to protect us. It's there to not allow any effing idiots to come near our energy. It's there, but it also keeps us stuck. And sometimes we can't see back behind this ego. When we look in the mirror, we see ego. But what's actually behind us is a beautiful, loving soul. And it's really hard for us to see it depending on the phase of our life that we're actually going through. So that's why I had to say what I said to her. And she's gone through some tough times. Let me tell you, just like we all have. But tough is defined by the sensitivity of the individual.
Yeah.
Some people with really big, huge egos who have a lot of. I'm a Pisces, very sensitive. I can cry at the drop of a hat. I was telling Alley Cat about this. Then there's other people that it's going to take a lot for them to actually cry, and so those are the ones that you have a hard time dancing with their ego. And those are the ones that just will have their own journey to maybe take solely by themselves, but ask for guidance from the ethers. Okay. Says, thank you, ladies. It's been a while since I've caught both of you. All right.
Catherine.
Yeah. And such beautiful readings. You two are amazing. Thanks, Ronnie. You want one? We can give you one, Ronnie. All right. So that's what I have. Those are the readings, unless anybody else wants one. If you're tentative, don't worry. You don't have to put your question out there. All you've got to do is say, pick me, and we'll do it. We love doing this. We're helping you help yourselves. And really, that's what this is all about. Beautiful readings from two beautiful souls, Allie, both of you. That's coming from Ashmeyer. Thank you, Ashmeyer. Let's see what else we have out there. There's nothing that any of us haven't gone through. Maybe we've all gone through it at different times in our life. I look at Alley Cat. She lost her parents at a much younger age than I probably have lost mine. But we can all get information and learn from each person. We don't have to take exactly what they're saying, but we just have to kind of witness what they went through so that you understand possibly what you might go through. All right, Ronnie's up.
Just to show everybody, I'm shuffling cards.
I'm a shuffling.
I'm a shuffling.
You got a card up your sleeve? Oh, wait, you don't have any sleeves.
Nope. It's a heat wave up here today.
Yes, I heard that. I think you're hotter than we are down here. I'm down by Florida area. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. I think it's supposed to reach 107 by me today.
We just had that. Maybe that's why you're getting it now. We just went through that. Catherine says, puck me. Does that mean pick me?
Yeah. So, Ronnie, release your creative energies, make use of them in your life. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. And then we have live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. And I think a lot of this theme that's coming up with a lot of people when I'm repulling the same, very similar messages is tapping into that innocence that you once had and seeing the world through the lens of a child, not as a lens of the adult that has been violated with all this insanity going on. Go from the inner child. And I will pull 2 from here. Slow down, notice your surroundings. And that's also being a part of being playful, is to slow down and take in earth. And imagine a place where your heart feels at home.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm up, huh? Better up. Wait, this is for Ronnie. Sorry, I walked away. Forgot I had my mic on. I'm like, boy, that beef in that crock pot smells good. Did you hear me?
No.
God. I had to let Bella out. And I'm walking away and I'm going, God, it smells so good. All right. It's making me hungry. All right. So this is for Ronnie. Ronnie. Let's see, at this particular moment. So Ronnie, you could do 1 or 2 things with me. That you could just actually think of something that you would like an answer to, or just whatever it is that you want, or just do a general. And I'm just gonna see what comes up here. All right. She says, thank you, Allie. Let's see. Ronnie. Okay, so wow. This is interesting. So you have the energies are really blowing my mind. It's kind of like every season there's a change coming up for her. And actually this is really good. So yeah, so let me just put it there. I'm going to pull a couple more. So you have, I think what she's got going on right now, all right, is really good. But then there's going to be a little bit of a delay in August for her. But don't let that deter you, Ronnie, at all. And this is a perfect card to just kind of show you. So she has a lot of things that she holds near and dear to her heart, and it's being 4. What do you think of the number 4, Ronnie? I'm not going to put the words, give you those words, but I want you to have this come to mind. Let me take this off of there. And so, oops, I'm not sure. All right, so this is, let me see if I can go to my solo. This is the card that you are actually clearing the path. You're clearing the way. You're doing a lot of clearing, which is really, really good for you right now. And I'm going to pull a couple more. Long overdue things actually here too. Yeah, so if I were to say to Ronnie that it's almost as if the transition that you're going through right now and clearing everything, your personality, what you may have thought that it was is no longer going to exist. You're going to be, it's so funny because I know Ronnie and I've talked with her in the past, but it's almost as like her energy, her personality, her energy. She's going to become such a she's going to become such a strong woman that a lot of people probably are not even going to recognize her. So whatever it is that you're clearing, continue to do that. And also too, if you could, Ronnie, Archangel Gabriel is the essence of the energy that you should be tapping into now for when things. I don't see any struggles except for one that kind of came up on the shadow of. It's almost as like it's happening for everybody. It's not just her. It's very, very minimal. It's almost as like it's the sands of time, right? It's like, it's not moving quick enough, or I wanted to get this thing done yesterday, that kind of thing. And it's like, what difference does it make? You get it done when you get it done, right? And so, but please, Archangel Gabriel, I don't know if you ever utilize the energy, how loving it is basically telling me that you're ready to spread your wings. So whatever that means to you, Ronnie, and there's not going to be any more of the differences of here. Let me just show the card. When I see this card here, let me get on the solo here, and then I'll be done. If anybody else wants one, just let us know. But it's all going to be paced on time. So this is a War of the Roses. Okay, it's like that is not going to exist anymore. In other words, it's always going to be either or. That mindset is gone with Ronnie, and I don't know how she processes information. It's like the good guy versus the bad guy, stuff like that. It's almost as if everyone is going to be at peace. All right, Ronnie, just let us know how we did. And I think that's it. Rumble, is Rumble still alive? Is Rumble still up and running? Because I'm not seeing anything moving out there. No Rumble rants. All right.
Not that.
Ronnie says, nailed it. I have a Gabriel statue. Oh, so you just put that front and center, make that your whatever, and you will good. Oh, P. Perry saying 5-5 out on Rumble. All right, that's all that I have. What do you got, Alley Cat?
Just go within and clear the work that you need to do. I mean, the biggest theme message that there is today is changes are coming, embrace them, and come at them from a child's innocence. Really embrace being playful and creative. If that means you just take something out and draw, or take a piece of paper from your printer and do a doodle, get out of your monkey mind and just focus and just live life and be happy. And that's hard. Hi, I know. Hi. I know it's hard. I'm in it to win it right now. I get it. But just every, I live by the moment. I can't live by the day because we don't know what the day is going to give us. But I live in the moment. And it's a beautiful place to do that. So I encourage people to try it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we're all going through different things at different times in our life. And, one of the things that, I can see the light in people, but I also have this thing of judging. And I know that. I've been working on it, and it's really hard. Again, it's my mind that gets in the way of my spiritual being, my soul. We all have that within us. It's kind of like people that go to church, right? Self-righteous, they're going to go to church on Sunday. They are in this church of the whatever. I don't know what the hell it is, but in any case, then they walk out of church, and everything that they were in there, feeling the love, feeling it. All of a sudden, they walk out on the streets, and it just blows my mind on how that works. Self-righteousness is the only thing I could think of. All right, we do have one other one. Are you up for this? Or you could always say quit. So this is Kathy 25, if I'm saying this right. And Kathy says, would love a reading, please. Yeah, Charlene has got a great point here, and it is staying in the moment. Peaceful. Definitely much more peaceful when you stay in the moment, in the now moment.
You know, my circumstances are not going to change today. It might not change tomorrow. And if I'm worrying too much into the future of how things are going to look, I'm going to get white hair instead of gray hair.
All right,
I think
I'm actually going to call it. This is probably going to be our last reading here. So we're almost into 2 hours. Wow, Alley Cat, I can't tell you the last time I did 2 hour shows. Might have been with Buckshot back in the day.
I think my show last night was the shortest one I've done. It was like under 4 hours.
Oh my God. Yeah, you could do that. My ass starts to hurt. All right, so I'm being honest. All right, let's see here. We're saying goodbye to Scott. Scott's leaving us. All right, Scott, have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, who was this that wanted it? Kathy.
You're caught up in drama. Act free. Act to free yourself, change and blossom again.
Well, let me put that over there. That's Kathy.
Mm-hmm. Follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you.
Oh, I like that card. Cool.
And then we have tear down the walls around your heart, give and receive security and warmth. And then the two from the other deck is break away, grow and expand with life.
That one seems to be popping up a lot for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And inner secrets, all of you is worthy. So don't listen to other people. And if there is drama, get those people out of your life and follow your soul path, or find the tribe and the people that are going to support you on your path.
All right, let's see what I have here. This is for Kathy 25 out on Rumble, and all that I can say is what a beautiful soul. And what beautiful souls that are guiding you from the other side. Ancestral souls, let me put it that way. You're going to kind of come into something. What is with this winter? A lot of people, either it's going to be really good or bad. I'm not quite sure what is coming up. Maybe Ellie can kind of tap into that a little bit. But it's going to be a man's energy, Kathy 25. It's somebody that you trust is near and dear. I'm not saying that they're not any good. I'm just saying there might be something that's going to come up this winter with this particular individual. Very fun, loving soul. That's what I can say. And maybe it's that what changes, is that you may be looking to go to a different location, maybe get move into something that's more structured for either one of you, or let's see what else I usually don't do predictions. Everything is kind of just up in the air right now. So you've got a lot of choices to be making. I'm not guiding you in any particular direction, Kathy, but all I can tell you is just let the energies settle when they settle, and you'll be able to make in other words, you can't see around the bend right now. But when you get to that point, things will become much clearer for you after this winter. So also for you, the energies for you to tap into if something, boy, I'm really feeling it's like a younger energy that Kathy has to work with. Archangel Michael will help you with that. Now, when we say these archangels are going to help us, and they're there. We just need to ask. So that's what I have for Kathy on that one there. But yeah, so right away they basically did show me she's almost like I'm taking it as a she. That's the energy. I'm getting more of a female energy. I don't know if that's right, but it's a lot. I'm feeling the queen energy around this person. What do you think?
I'm indifferent. Like, I look at energies as feminine, masculine, and within an embodiment.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's why when I first did this, the first thing I saw was this beautiful light. And, when you see the light, you don't see female, male, anything like that. You see the soul, right? And so it's almost as if I want to say, and this showed up a couple of times, the energies, maybe this particular person can contact people on the other side, because that's what I'm getting, is that they have access to doing stuff like this. If they haven't done it, maybe look into it. Let us know how we did, Kathy. That's your reading for you. And blessings to everybody out there.
Oh, my date went well.
All right.
I think I have a keeper. If he wants to keep me, we'll see what happens.
Well,
yeah, go for it.
All right, let's see here. Let me see here. All right, we'll be wrapping this up shortly after I do this one. We've got like 5 minutes left here. Kathy, just let us know how we did. And anybody else out there on Rumble, you take this situation. She says, I don't know if it's a she. She says, wow, in tears. It was beautiful. So we thank you. You're welcome. All right. I'm just kind of curious, Kathy 25. Do you get messages from the other side? Just let me know. I'm just kind of, because that was so. I'm seeing apparitions.
Soul path did come up. Like for her to get to her soul path, maybe she needs to see somebody to help her get there. And maybe what the drama with other people is like, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's what I'm getting. Like people talking her down from seeking out doing that.
Yeah, Kathy, let us know. There's a little bit of a delay over on Rumble, so we're kind of moving through this. I'll see it when it pops up. All right, so I'm actually going to pull some cards on Alley Cat. So she had her first date, and Charlene actually has a comment out there. It's just the first date. It's almost like, I want to tell everybody, when you're dating, the first 3 months is just a honeymoon phase. It's just a honeymoon phase, and then wait to the 4th month. You can basically see the things. You can see things differently, and I don't know why that is, but it is. All right, so let's just see here. Somebody is saying it was her second date.
It was my second date.
Oh yeah, see, everybody's really happy for you. That's fantastic. I'm happy for you. So let's see what the cards say. This is and you did tell me. All right, so it's let's see what we've got going here. Ooh. Very good. All right, so the first thing is, he is the King of Roses for you. Love that energy. Okay. King of the Roses right now. This is what's happening right now. You are definitely going to build a very good structure with him. All right, so the architecture there, the seed has been planted. The shadow side to all of this is, since you asked for this, Alley Cat, is you can't compare situations.
Yep.
No reflections. This was in the shadow. The reflections. So you tell me what you get when I say I'm going to pull one more for Alley Cat. And so you guys are going to definitely be doing things. So what's really cool about this, Alley Cat, is that you're not going to be these homebodies, okay? You're going to be out and about. You're going to be in the community. You're going to be enjoying life. And I think that's fantastic. And it is just a first date or second date, whatever it might be. But you asked and they provide. You asked and they provide. You've been wanting this for a long time. Yes. Okay, so
accurate. And we were out.
He would say, just don't fuck it up.
We were out on the lake because he lives in it, like in a area where there's a huge lake, and we were watching the stars and looking at UFOs. So if that goes to show you someone is finally spiritually matched with me to an extent, here we go.
Well, I'm sorry, I keep dropping these cards here. So yeah, you're definitely the strength on this, and I, if you think about the forces, the energy, look at it this way: is that you both were asking for it, and you both found each other, and don't put anything else. Yeah, don't try to psychoanalyze this, because we do this. Especially people that are women that are spiritual. I've been in spiritual circles, and I've heard the best things that come out of this stuff. But we just have to go with the flow a little bit, and just kind of look at it as like, this is a brand new experience. This hasn't happened for you. You can't compare it to anything else. And I think that. And you'll see that in him. There's not going to be any way that you can compare it. So just enjoy it, and one day at a time. And Ronnie is saying that's great, Allie. Blessings and beautiful out there. And let's see what else we have out here. Did I miss something?
Kathy was just saying the drama is between her granddaughters and daughter. Very shut down, really needed this boost. And then she asked for recommendations. And I really would recommend her going to a medium. And not necessarily to talk to a past ancestor, but to see if they can tap into guides to put her on her spiritual path and maybe navigate around what the conflict is, and then come in with a compassionate heart to maybe reconcile. But wherever drama is created, if they're not ready, the time is not right.
Why, if you really want to think about this might help her out if we talk this out. Why do people create the dramas? Because they can't. It's an illusion that they have within themselves. They actually believe something that is false. It's a false flag within themselves. So let's just say, for example, that you will constantly tell yourself, I'm no good, I'm no good, I'm no good, right? Or, God, it was so stupid, I shouldn't have done that. Whatever it might be, that inner dialogue. So what happens is that our psyche or our ego have to work around that information, because it's going to keep you stuck. So they just put in an illusion in front of there to let you know that, okay, I got to create drama. The drama is what they think is the moving energies that they're moving forward with, what in essence, it's just keeping them more and more stuck, right? So it's like we go around in circles, right? And I'm kind of getting that with Kathy, is that this drama is all come from, she says her granddaughter, but I was picking up a male energy. So somewhere in there's a young male energy that's also influencing some of this. But in any case, what you basically want to do is strip away all the drama, and then what do you have left? That's how you have to look at it. And it's almost as if you're saying, you want to do a clearing of this energy, right? So you get out the sage, you get out whatever she needs to do. She's very spiritual. Yeah. And you start to take control and do what you have to do for your family, right? So she is the patriarch of this family. And, this is boomer talking, but it starts with grandma, and then it works its way down. So whatever is going on with grandma has to get cleared before the child or the granddaughter gets cleared. So work on yourself, Kathy, and as you change, they will change. That's the chain of command that we have to work with here. So what else do we have out there?
B Lady wanted to ask one specific question.
Where's that at?
YouTube.
Is it this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's up to you, Allie Kate. Oh, you said go for it. Okay, I see. Good. Okay.
So cute. Oh, when it comes to this, because I get this a lot, and this is just my personal projection, Kathy. everybody chose in their contract with Source to play a role. And this is a part of a contract that most people took or did not take. I wouldn't sit there to judge them and worry about it, because everybody's going to live out their divine fate and their divine orchestration, regardless if they had this or not. And I think one-sided community will make you sit in the fear that, oh my God, they took it, they're dead, or oh my gosh, all this stuff. That's fear. Don't feed it. And this is coming from the neutral, non-political standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you talk about this thing here, and you know, I get in arguments with people over on YouTube where, you know, do you remember? And I don't know if I talked about this with you on the last time. Do you remember, like, with the people who were in the bands, you had to almost be in these pop-up tents and they were playing their instruments in there. And so they're replaying this stuff over and over to let us not forget what they actually did to us, right? And that's part of the MK Ultra. We're coming full swing around here. And so people believed that they went along with it. They were the sheeples. They followed all that kind of stuff. Well, then on top of it, they got this, which basically, from what I'm hearing, has distorted our brains. You know, it's just messed up our emotions, our feelings, and everything else. Yeah, you can get out there and try to find something that help detox this stuff. There's people out there, but be very careful with that. You know, I don't know what the answer is to that, but I'm just saying, please be very careful out there. So when you're actually dealing with people, have you noticed, Kathy, that their personality changed after that? Their belief system, something changed. That's where I'm kind of going with this. And I've seen it with my own, you know, certain friends and family also too. So maybe it is the regret of it. Maybe it's they don't trust anybody anymore. And it's coming back into the family first, right? So that it can work its way out. It's whatever it is, it's toxic to everyone. And it's really hard to negotiate with them. And that's all that you're doing is negotiating. That's why I say get back to Kathy clearing herself.
Yes.
All right. So there was something else here. Somebody wanted someone. Where was I? I lost track.
Really? Trip to a waterfall, a mountain.
Somebody was asking something else. What was the question from somebody that said, can I ask another question?
Yeah, B Lady is.
Oh, this one right here. Come on. All right. It says,
like mountain waterfall. She blessed it. Going back up, happened to turn around and people running to me. They ran through me, fell, and skinned my knee. It was
so powerful.
So powerful. Was that a hallucination? No, you just tapped into fifth density. When we have moments like that, you might have seen people physically, non-physically, and they ran through you and you fell. You just leaped into another time delinium, and then you shifted right back as soon as you fell. Yeah. That was not a hallucination. That was you experiencing a higher density. I don't even need to pull a card on that. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, so Kathy goes on to say it's mainly the son-in-laws, and that's exactly what I was getting, that young male energy the first time around. And we're kind of helping her understand the information, and we're breaking it down for her. We spent a lot of time on that one, but I'm going to kind of move on. Somebody else asked if they can ask another question. I didn't see the question come back. So if I don't see it, or if I missed it, if the moderator out there can help me with that, I'd appreciate it. Joey G is out there. I want to say hi to Joey. Joey, I made Joey a really cool little video. I don't know if I could play it here, but
I saw it. I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let me see if I could find it and just play this for you guys here real quick. Is that everyone that we covered though?
Yeah.
If you guys want an extended reading or really want help with something, you can contact Alley Cat out there. And she will go into a lot more detail. So reading these energies here, and then she actually does a one-on-one, completely different. So there you go, Alley Cat. Did you put that up?
Put what up?
Your email?
No, you did.
I swear I didn't touch it.
Mercury retrograde.
All right, so let's see here. All right, so let me just play this. This is Joey's video that I made. It's really short, 2 seconds. It's very, very short. I get all these creative things through videos. That is what I love to do. And I spend my time doing it. It's kind of like some people spend their time knitting or crocheting, whatever it might be. This is what I do. I think I'm on the right screen here. And I made this for Joey.
No more bullshit. You are either with me on my side, or you're in my fucking way. No more bullshit. You are either with me on my side, or you're in my...
All right, so if you guys want to check out my videos, I appreciate it. If you would go to Turn the Page on YouTube, as most of you guys are here already, and you can see a lot of my shorts that are out there. And this is what I do, is I make them. This one here is pretty interesting. I just made this before going. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that even happens. Let me just remove this altogether. And okay, I think that's everything there. Yeah, I talked to Joey. He wants to come back and do a show. Maybe we just all get together as a reunion sometime real soon. It was so much fun with Alley Cat and Joey G. And I know Buck can only do the weekends, so we'll figure something out here. And Arnie, of course, Arnie. Charlene says, yeah, I watched that. Yeah, thanks for watching those. You guys could like them also too. I'm trying to get to 500 people on YouTube that subscribe to me, and it's crazy because back in the day when I was doing all those truthers, I went from within 30 days 0 to like, I don't know, 10,000. So I expected doing that again, and it just ain't happening. All right,
so it's coming, Ginny. Don't worry. It's
well,
coming.
I don't think people get my messages that I do through my videos. They're kind of like comms. I'm not exactly, and I did have somebody reach out to me and goes, I don't understand this. Please explain it to me. I'm like, well, and I didn't respond. It's like, you just don't watch my show. Joey says, let's do something next Saturday night. Well, if Alley Cat isn't there, she's out on a date. But we could. I can get together with the guys. All right, that's all that I got. What do you got, Allie?
That's about it.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. We actually went breaking records here, 2 hours. Allie, I used to do 2 to 3 shows a day, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I can barely do one now, but just wanted to say to everybody, thank you for all the love and support that you sent me. It's unbelievable. I think that nobody is out there, paying attention to anything, but Arnie's the one that I always said, Janine, keep doing what you're doing. You're helping someone, and that's what we're actually here to do. If you're stuck in something that you can't, that's just gnawing at you, you can't get around it, jump on this live next time, and we'll be able to help you out. If you want to take it further, what you've got to do is just contact, Alley Cat. She can give you a full reading. She can explain all the details in an email to you, and just be kind to yourself. And there you go. There's Alley Cat's, I don't know what that time is in there from something. So it's Alley Cat Creations 211 at gmail.com. It's so funny. Whenever I see the 211, when I was at grade school, that was our district, 211. Yeah, and that's what it reminds me of whenever I see that.
I saw
So-
that number as a child, then learned when I moved that it was the plot number of my house. And my best friend lived at 211, and everything like coincides with me with 211. So
Yeah.
I just added on everything.
So this is Wednesday. I usually don't do any other shows. I usually do a Monday and Wednesday show. If something pops up, I usually jump on here. But we're going to shoot for Saturday. And Allie, take care of yourself. I'm so happy for you. I really am. Everybody's sending you a lot of love. Just be yourself. And things will come for you in the best possible way. It's your time. It really is. It's your time. It's Arnie's time. And it's everybody that deserves what they've been asking for. And wait, before we go, what's going on? You said you had these cards for the silver and the gold. What was that?
Let's ask. All right. So is this for August 1st?
What? There's something special about August 1st, right?
All right. Spirit, let's get an answer here. August 1st. Let's go. I'll leave this with you guys. Anytime in my manifestation I had really extreme expectations of something happening, it has never come out the way I expected it to. It like shifts somehow when it materializes in 3D. I want good things to happen for all of us because all of us deserve it, and our hearts are in the right place. So if you want something, want it for the right reason, want it because this is going to help humanity. And let's just hope if it does come true, because I could sure damn use that big time. The grays and the whites are starting to mix in. It's getting scary by me. It'd be great. I love your hair, by the way. Let it go. I let it go. Be Elsa, just let it fly.
My husband said to me, now you're going to look just like me. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Bella's outside, Paul.
We're sexy and we know it, and that's it. Period. This is all natural. This is not dyed. This is in its true form. Let it go.
Yes. So did you see all the monkey butts that are out there?
Monkey butt.
So AO says that will you send a notification when I set this up? It should notify you as long as you subscribe to it. And the time zone is going to be Central Standard Time Zone. And then depending on if you're out of the states here, I can't help you with that because you could just find what that might be on a clock out there. It's you can Google it.
Sometimes, at least for my PC stuff, if you're watching on a PC, 9 times out of 10, it will tell you what time for you, wherever you are, when it's airing. It happens on Rumble and on YouTube. So wherever you're watching, it will show you, depending on your country too, how long the show is, 15 minutes, a half an hour. It will tell you. It doesn't, there's some people that doesn't give time zones.
Yeah. Actually, mine growing out is growing very quickly. And I'm beside myself on how much that I actually have here with the gray hair. But anyways, the time zone. So we're going to set it up. I'm actually going to say it's going to be tentative if Allie is not here. And I hope she's not here. Maybe she's out enjoying herself. I'm not really sure. But if it doesn't work that way, that's okay. And let's see here. Ronnie, I think I'm going to make as a moderator, and because we kind of talked about this already. Ronnie's real good with helping that out. It should collaborate with your time zone, she says. So there you guys go. All right. I don't have anything else. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. Don't forget it. If you got something that comes up in your life and you see us out there, just let us do the readings for you. And we sure hope that we helped one person out there today. Bye now. Love you guys. Love you, Allie. And wish you guys all the best. Take care now. Bye-bye.